Well, Sony doubling down on its effort to stop any more information leaking out from that big hack attack. This as we learn that the studio giant now going after social media and threatening Twitter with a lawsuit if it doesn't crack down on any users sharing the information uncovered in the hack. Deborah Blum is a criminal defense attorney, and David Bruno, also a criminal defense attorney and a former prosecutor. Thank you both for being here.
Thank you, Molly.
Thank you.
Well, let's kick this off with, there are a lot of people on Twitter. And is there a certain essence of people's right to speak and talk about what they want to talk about and talk about what they learn on Twitter? That sort of thing. Deborah?
Well, my firm actually just represented a client successfully who was charged with tweeting death threats against the mayor and the president, and he was prosecuted, not Twitter. So this is a similar situation where they're providing leaked information. They didn't steal the information. They're just allowing its user to tweet that information. So does Sony have a legal leg to stand on here? Probably not. They're allowed to publish this information.
Yeah. David, what do you think? Is Twitter somehow responsible?
Well, I'll tell you, Sony is trying to say, Twitter, take them all down and suspend the accounts that have what they say privileged or confidential information. But I will tell you that's going to be a tough road to go for Sony. I'll tell you, there's a Supreme Court case out of 2001. It's Bianchi. And in that case, there was a broadcasting company that took illegally intercepted telephone conversations and broadcasted them over the radio. What the U.S. Supreme Court said is, for that broadcasting company, as long as you didn't take the actual intercepted communications, you certainly have the First Amendment right to publish them. And this should also apply to Twitter users, websites, blogs. It goes on and on. This is a First Amendment protection.
Is this the type of issue where, when it goes to a courtroom, they could argue that Twitter is not just social media, but it's kind of a publisher in a way? And would that play some sort of role in this possibly, Deborah?
Well, they could argue that Twitter is a publisher, and Twitter could say that it's not. Either way, as said before, there are constitutional safeguards such as freedom of press, free speech on the internet that protects Twitter. If you think about WikiLeaks, for example, we can analogize this to WikiLeaks. There, people disseminate classified materials. WikiLeaks is not the one stealing the information, so they're able to protect themselves in lawsuits by saying, we haven't stolen the information. Here, Twitter did not steal this information. They just disseminated it, and they are protected by our Constitution to disseminate that information.
Yeah, so Sony sent this letter. I mean, even if the lawsuit isn't successful and Sony doesn't win a lawsuit, could this have the effect that Twitter might take action, maybe do what they want? Is that possibly what's happening here?
I think that's what Sony's trying to do, okay? Because this letter does not mean that they're actually going to file a lawsuit. In fact, this is not uncommon for a lawyer to try to chill or stop particular behavior before it gets to litigation. Sony's going to really have to think about whether or not they're going to be successful on the merits. I will tell you that the letter is interesting in that the letter that was sent to Twitter talks about trade secrets or confidential information. It will be interesting to see if they're going to say that any specific trade secrets are published, because that may be a different question and issue. For example, if Coca-Cola's trade secret of the ingredients of its drink, or maybe there's this special technique of lighting or recording or things like that, I think that Sony will have a better argument if the content are trade secrets.
All right. Deborah Blum, David Bruno, thank you so much for joining me here today, both of you, for giving us a little insight in this. Everybody's watching what's happening now with Sony, so it's interesting.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.